My name is Nicolas Garcia. I'm from France and I live in Los Angeles, United States. So I've been thinking about getting an hair transplant since maybe my 20 years old. I've been kind of denied by most of the clinics. It was kind of difficult to deal with because I was too young in the eyes of most of the surgeons. It took me maybe the last 2 years to decide myself to do my hair transplant. Last year or 2 years ago, I discovered the clinic Eugenics, Dr. Sethi and Dr. Bensal. The process was pretty smooth. The whole team was fantastic. I was a bit stressed at first because it's far from where I live, but all the crew were fantastic with me from day one to reassure me. When I started losing my hair at 20 years old, it was kind of difficult to deal with, mostly because I really liked it. My hair, really wanted to get a hair transplant done. It took me a lot of years because I wanted to find a good clinic and a good surgeon.
Now we will analyze case of Mr. Nicolas Garcia. He had Norwood grade 6 androgenetic alopecia. So he had baldness in the front, mid and a huge crown. The temporal humps, I would say, were preserved. So we can see there was significant amount of reverse thinning. We can see this image, and in this image also we can see that there is a lot of reverse thinning. So what I did was, in the pre-surgery pictures, we marked out these areas and we decided not to harvest from these two zones because they had a lot of miniaturized hair. But despite these two islands of miniaturization, the other donor was very dense. So with the combination of scalp and beard grafts, we could achieve full coverage in one go with this patient.
Right now, I can already feel the improvements. And the surgery was late yesterday, so I feel it's gonna be difficult to lose the hair at first and then wait for them to grow back. But I feel 2 months it's gonna be, always an improvement, and everything's gonna get better. But I know my confidence is already up. I show my results to my friends, my families. I was man, you look 10 years younger. So something that I appreciate, obviously. I was not I dealt with baldness at the end of the day, in the last 2 to 3 years. I just shaved my head and it was okay, I would say. But I'd rather get my hair back, Just I was waiting to get a good surgeon, take a good decision. There is always a way to make it work at the end of the day, but if you can find a good surgeon from day one. Right now I've done it, so it lasted 2 days for me. So I've done probably 4,500 grafts. I took 700 from the beard, and the rest was from my hair on my side locks here. From day one, Dr. Bensal was fantastic with me. She told me, so at first she was a bit skeptic about my donor area, but then whenever she shaved it, she was okay, there is something we can do with your donor area, and I feel she did a pretty good work with donor management. We'll see that in next few months, but I'm pretty confident because I've seen some results also from other patients who were doing their transplant with Dr. Bensal, and was I saw everything was smooth, no issues with their donor, no issues with their hair. So I'm pretty confident with the outcome for me. I've looked at what my situation was. So they told me I was in Norwood 6. So I guess, you know, you have to find someone who is adapted to your situation first. Then you pick some surgeon that you feel maybe you're confident with. You have a first conversation with them, which is important for me. And then you narrow it down to find the perfect fit for you. And for me, that fit was Dr. Bensal. And pretty happy with the fact that I picked her over someone else. All the extraction was done by her. She did the crucial implantation. Obviously, you feel more confident about the outcome. And also, that was about the clinical team, which were always with me, always taking good care of me. The whole team is amazing, I would say. Eugenics take good care for me. Like everybody was always, French would say petit soin, so taking little cares. We'd like to say thank you to all the guys here. Like all the experience was like amazing. Nothing to do, like everybody was like taking care of all my needs.